roughly, Cairo, roughly.
No, I'd probably say of over 1 billion.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Billionaire this age.
Unawapelekana na Joho. Unasumana na Mudavadi.
Net worth.
Nothing to celebrate kwa hii auction ya Khalif Kairo. Jana wamechukua Porsche Cayenne yake, but vijana upitia mavitu and he's going to be absolutely fine eventually. Na atalipa wale wasaletoka.
Right now, the situation surrounding Khalif Kairo seems to be getting worse. And when I say worse, trust me, this is something many people in Kenya are now paying very close attention to it. Most people know Khalif Kairo as well-known car dealer who built his name through social media and the internet. Over the past few years, he positioned himself as one of the young entrepreneurs dealing in luxury vehicles for wealthy clients. Around 2024 and 2025, Khalif was very active online. He consistently posted photos and videos showing expensive cars, successful deals, and what looked like a lifestyle for success. To many young people watching him online, Khalif Kairo looked like the perfect example of the young Kenyan who had made it in business. But sometimes in life, things are not always as perfect as they look on social media. Behind the scene, problems can slowly build up until one day they finally explode in the public eye. And that is exactly what seemed to have happened in this case of Khalif Kairo. The businessman eventually found himself facing serious accusation from several customers. These customers claimed they had paid large amounts of money to purchase luxury vehicles from his company, but the vehicles weren't never delivered. These complaints quickly turned into legal cases, and the situation escalated to the point where Khalif Kairo was arrested. When the case started appearing in court, many Kenyans began following the story closely. The once celebrated car dealer was now at the center of every serious controversy.
News just in. Controversial car dealer Joseph Kairo Wamboi alias Khalif Kairo has been arrested minutes ago after attending a court mention for one of his multiple fraud cases as detectives swooped in over new allegations tied to a Volkswagen Tiguan where he allegedly took payment for the SUV but failed to hand it over.
During that time, Kairo's mother was seen crying in court as the case continued. Seeing apparent emotion in such situation made many people online react strongly. For some people, it was a reminder that behind every public controversy, there is still a family going through pain. But another moment in court shocked the public even more. When the issue of bail was discussed, Khalif Kairo reportedly told the judge that he did not have much money available. According to the information represented in the court, he claimed that the only money he had in his bank account was about 61,000 Kenyan shillings. This revelation surprised many Kenyans. Just months earlier, Kairo had been known online as someone dealing with luxury cars worth of millions of shillings. Many people not understand how someone associated with such expensive car could have so little money in their bank account. Initially, the court had set cash bail of 2 million Kenyan shillings. However, after hearing his statement about his financial situation and reviewing the information presented, the court decided to reduce the bail amount. Eventually, the bail was lowered to 500 Kenyan shillings in cash, which allowed him to be released from custody. But even then, Khalif Kairo explained that the money used to secure his release did not come direct from him. He said the money was contributed by close friends who came together to support him during the difficult moment. This part of the story also sparked debate online.
Let me tell you, right now I don't think I have any friends, if I'm being very honest. There are people, I keep a mental book of sorts of the people who visited me in prison. And I believe those people who took their time to visit me in prison, very small circle of friends. I keep a list of people who I know that these are the realest people in my life. Because before then, when things are going so well for you, everybody wants a piece of you. Every single person wants a piece.
Everyone wants that cake.
Yes, everybody wants that cake. But the moment things start going south, my friend, they're people you'll call, they never pick up your call.
Some people praised his friends for standing by him during a difficult time. Others questioned how someone who had built such a strong image of wealth online could end up depending on friends to raise bail money. But after everything, that happened, Khalif Kairo did not completely disappear from the public eye. After in prison, he started appearing in interviews where he spoke about the lesson he had learned from the difficult experience. In those interviews, one message stood out and quickly spread across social media. Kairo said that as a man, you are always alone. According to him, the challenges he went through taught him that when things become difficult, many people who were around you during success may no longer be there.
I always tell people, as a man, remember you're alone. God is your best friend, and always take that in mind. Don't expect a lot from people.
Okay.
In fact, there's a guy on Twitter the other day who posted something, and there's a guy, I know him. Like, I know there's a guy who's he's also a car dealer, and he was going through something, and I just told him, bro, you need to be a man and understand that you are alone. Sometimes, if God wants to entrust you with very critical things, he has to put you through a certain path. And sometimes he has to break you. And one of the things you realize is that you've always been alone. So you stop worshiping people, you stop worshiping your career, you start focusing on God.
It's interesting.
That message resonated with many people online, especially young men who felt that his words reflected the reality of life and the pressure many often faces in silence. But unfortunately, the prison situation was not the only difficult moment in Khalif Kairo's life. Just when it seems like he was trying to recover from the legal and business challenges, another painful situation happened. Khalif Kairo ended up losing his mother after she had been battling a long illness. For him, this was not just another problem, it was a deeply personal loss. The news of his mother's death quickly spread online and many Kenyans began sending messages of sympathy and support.
Mom, you gave me the wings to fly and the solid ground to return to. Your belief in me shaped the man I am today. I am honored to be your son, and I promise to honor your legacy through everything I do. You will always be my hero.
Some people even suggested organizing financial contribution to him and his family during that difficult time.
I thought we got each other's back. What is happening? Like 3 days ago mtu wangu ndo anakuja kurealize mtu wangu Khalif Kairo lost his mom. Yaani hata news haiku spread vile inafaa. Sijaona kwa hizi mavlogs mtu wangu mkitrendisha hiyo story, at least watu waende wapeane pole, muende wasaidie kuzika mtu wangu. Mumenyamaza si? Bro, Khalif Kairo alikuwa first 11. One of your own guys. Khalif Kairo. Alisimama mbele ya ndovu mtu wangu akakubali mtu wangu kumwagiliwa kamasi na pua ya ndovu, my friend. Khalif Kairo is one of your own guys. Na mmenyamaza tu as if nothing has happened. Mnangojanga tu mtu atrend kipumbavu ndo mumhype. Oya, mnafaa kwenda kupatia yule kijana pole. Kwanza pole nyingine yani yenye haijawahi onekana. Khalif Kairo guys.
However, Khalif Kairo's response to this surprised many people. Instead of accepting the contribution, he said that he was okay and people should take that money and give it to someone who is truly in need. To them, it shows self-respect and dignity. Even in a moment when he was going through one of the hardest periods of his life, losing his mother, facing legal battles, and dealing with public issues, he still wanted to start on his own. For Khalif Kairo, it seemed like maintaining that dignity was important, because at the end of the day, in his own words and action, he still wanted to remain strong as a man despite everything happening around him. And that's why the story of Khalif Kairo continued to capture people's attention.
I honestly wish I could forget and move on with my own life. It's been 2 years. I started a company from scratch. I left everything behind. Imports by Kairo is a project I started in 2017. By the time I was leaving Imports by Kairo behind in 2022, it had taken 5 years of my work.
But the challenges in the life of Khalif Kairo did not stop there. Even before he could fully heal from the emotional trauma of losing someone close to him, more news about the situation started spreading across the internet. Reports began circulating online claiming that his Poshikaya had been taken. At the same time, there were also stories saying that some of the properties connected to his company had been taken and sold in order to repay debts. These reports quickly went viral and added even more pressure to a situation that was already very difficult. For many people watching the story from the outside, it looked like life was hitting Khalif Kairo with another obstacles after another. But despite everything that has happened, the legal battle, the financial pressure, and the painful loss of his mother, Khalif Kairo has not completely disappeared. One thing that remains clear is that he still sees himself as a businessman, and even when things change around him, he continues trying to move forward. Right now, his businesses approaches appear to have shifted more toward the online spaces. If you check his social media platform, especially his TikTok account, he is still posting content about cars and automobile businesses. The difference now is that much of his work seems to be happening online rather than through traditional physical office.
Purpose of this video is to explain what sort of services Kai and Kairo is running, and of course there's been a lot of noise online, but I'm going to entirely ignore that, and I'm going to focus on the 3 offerings that we are doing currently. First things first, Kai and Kairo still remains the most visited car sales website in Kenya. In a month, we normally get up to between 80,000 to 100,000 users, purely organic. Purely organic means we don't pay for adverts, we don't pay bots. It's basically real people going onto kaiandkaro.com to look for vehicles. So essentially at the moment, because we don't have a physical location, we don't have any showrooms, we are basically offering our website.
Recently, Khalif Kairo has been seen posting content from Japan, where he appears to be exploring cars markets and continue his interest in the automotive industry. Through his posts and interviews, he has shared a message about life that reflects the difficult journey he has experienced. According to Khalif, life is full of the obstacles that every person must face. Challenges come, problems appear, and sometimes things fall apart. But the important thing is to keep moving forward. Whether people support him or criticize him, one thing is clear: his story has become one of the most talked about business journeys in Kenya. From success and luxury cars to court cases, personal loss, and rebuilding his life again. The real question now is whether Khalif Kairo will eventually rebuild his business and reputation, or if this chapter will become the defining moment of his story. Only time will tell. And if you want more about celebrity, make sure you hit subscribe button so you don't miss the next video.
Of friends, I keep a list of people who I know that these are the realest people in my life. Because before then, when things are going so well for you, everybody wants a piece of you. Every single person wants a piece.
Everyone wants that cake.
Yes, everybody wants that cake. But the moment things start going south, my friend, there are people you will call, they never pick up your call. But here's the funny bit: the moment I left prison, and now guys are seeing, oh, he's coming back. Hey, kidogo amekuwa umeenda kusukuma content job back. Now you start seeing people coming back, but this time you're wiser. You're not bitter, you're just wiser.
So when you're on fire, no one wants to help douse the flame.
Very few people.